Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has announced a plan to sanction trade with Israel in response to this month's massacre of dozens of Palestinian protesters in the Gaza Strip. Erdogan says the plan would be in line with a proposal raised by the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, the OIC, which met in Istanbul last week. He also expressed hope that the OIC would also take its own measures to boycott Israeli products. And with this, expectations are rising that economic pressures would sooner or later rise against Israel. But what is more important here is the political implication of this, and it could eventually encourage other nations to join in. A campaign of pressures against the Israelis could therefore be on the way, and the credit for what many see as a late but still useful response to the atrocities of the Israelis against the Palestinians goes to Turkey.
Erdogan, he likes to talk tough. You just have to think back to his 1 minute stunt in Davos in 2009. He likes to play the tough guy with Israel. At the moment though, there is another issue. Recently it has been noted that the coming oil and gas powerhouse of the Mediterranean is going to be Israel in conjunction with Cyprus, with the Republic of Cyprus. That these two nations will be cornering the oil and gas market in the Mediterranean, thereby bypassing Turkey. So that is something, of course, that Erdogan doesn't want. He would very much like to be part of that oil and gas deal, and he would very much like to have the pipeline, these pipelines through the Mediterranean, also go to Turkey rather than go to Greece or to Italy, as is now the plan, apparently. So maybe he is now even more flexing his muscles, threatening Israel, in order maybe that Israel could rectify its stance and have Turkey join.
Turkey's positions in favor of the Palestinians against Israel are seen as part of President Erdogan's efforts to promote the role of his country in the affairs of the Muslim world. What enables Erdogan to better push Turkey in this direction is the failure by countries like Saudi Arabia to extend the support nations like the Palestinians always expected of them. In fact, this comes at a time that the Saudis are being increasingly scorned by many Muslim nations for trying to normalize their relations with the Israelis, a policy that clearly ignores the plight of the Palestinians. It is in light of such a negligence on the part of the Saudis that efforts by President Erdogan are already being welcomed by other Muslim nations. Many believe that Turkey under President Erdogan has numerous advantages that could enable it to play the role of a key player in the Muslim world. A powerful economy and successful efforts to expand ties with all Islamic states are just two clear examples of this. But what has enabled President Erdogan in his plan to present Turkey as a key player in the Muslim world is in fact Ankara's ability to proceed independently from other powers. The Muslim world is undoubtedly facing an unprecedented level of troubles in today's world. This has already made it necessary for the Islamic states to unite and help resolve their common problems. It may have been happy news to many to see that a country like Turkey is taking its own initiatives to do its share of helping other fellow Muslims. But the Muslims need more such efforts, and many others need to join in.